In a world where Maitland McDonough, First Lady of Horror, speaks, and you have a front row seat. This is Maitland on movies, horror, double feature.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? So, Maitland, what'd you see this week?
I saw a very sweet movie about a dog, but a
Aw.
very good boy, as the title suggests, a very smart dog in a truly bizarre situation. This poor dog has to deal with the fact that the home in which his owner lives is really badly haunted.
So, is this more supernatural drama? Is it played a little funnier? What kind of tone does it have?
I would say that it's not played for funny at all. It is a supernatural drama, and it is absolutely a man's best friend is a dog. Norman Bates notwithstanding, but man's best friend is his dog, and his dog truly steps up above and beyond what you should have to expect from any dog. When you expect that your dog is going to be there to alert you if there are strangers on the premises, maybe if somebody's trying to break into the house while you're there in the middle of the night, things like that. Good, normal good dog things. But this dog is dealing with supernatural phenomena, and his owner is very ill on top of it. So he is absolutely desperately dependent on his dog, who is, by the way, the absolute cutest dog ever. And his
Very,
name is
very nice.
and his name is Indy.
We named the dog Indy.
Yep.
Yes.
He truly does step up. No matter what raiders, horrors, dangers, he is there.
But does he have the little hat?
He does not have the little hat, but I'm sure that if his owner wanted him to wear a little hat, Indy would do it with grace. And
Very,
I say
very
this, by
good.
the way, as a cat person, I would much
Yep.
rather have a cat than a dog. But this dog is a marvel among dogs. And this movie really moves. It is essentially a two-hander, or maybe it's a four. Yeah, I guess it's a two-hander. But
Four in a hand, but yeah.
there are a whole lot of hands going on here. And I'll tell you, it is actually a very beautiful movie in certain ways, simply because it truly does reflect how deep the relationship between many people and their dogs is. Obviously, people all love their pets, but
Yes.
dogs are the ones who look back in your eyes and it looks as though they're saying something to you. Cats, whom I adore, just look at you.
Yes. And
Like
then
as
the
though
dog kind of
they're sizing.
goes, I kind of understood that. Yes.
Exactly. Not sure I got everything, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Is
it's
this a big budget film? Is this a small indie type film? What is this one?
this is a film that falls in the middle, uh, but definitely slants towards the small budget end. And it does all the right things for a movie that doesn't have a huge budget. It is basically a one location movie. Yeah, there are a couple of digressions, but pretty much everything takes place in a house, an older house that has been inherited by good boy's person from his grandfather.
Yeah.
And it's definitely an old people house. I mean, you just look at it and you know that generations of younger people who lived in that house at one time or another up and moved out the minute they could and
Yeah.
didn't leave much of themselves. And whatever they left is probably either in the attic or the basement.
Yeah.
It's all braided rugs and big comfy chairs. Not that those things are bad things, but they generally signify that an older person is the person who is living in this house and determining what the, if you will, excuse the term, decor is.
Yes.
The
The
decor is,
ambience.
yes. However, it's also, I mean, it's beautifully clean. It's not a house that hasn't been kept well.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has a family cemetery on the premises.
Oh,
That's
that's definitely a bonus.
absolutely a bonus. Because, hey, all those people you loved and all the ones you didn't know but you heard about them all your life, they're just up the hill and over a bit.
I used to do technical training in a facility where the windows of the classroom backed on an ancient cemetery.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome.
Inspired the students to do better. It did.
Because they wanted to be respectful of the nearby dead, or because they were scared that they'd be haunted if they didn't goddamn well do their best?
They thought that might be where the C and D students ended up.
Oh,
I might have said something to that effect, but don't quote me on
I don't need to.
that. Yeah.
You've told the world.
Oh, of course not. I'd never have said that. Not out loud. But
It
I'm
was a
thinking
spirit
about
that
yes.
possessed you for a moment and spoke through your lips.
I'm thinking about what you're saying about this, and I'm thinking about The Man in the Basement and the idea that it's two stories with an inherited house that shows up out of nowhere. It's two
Mhm.
two-hander type stories. It's two very much relationship between the two character type stories. Um, did you feel a strong contrast between the two, or are they just so different that it was a whole different experience watching Good Boy?
It was a different experience watching Good Boy because clearly the central relationship is extremely different. I mean, there are people who keep their dogs in cages, right? But Good
Yeah,
Boy is not a cage in the basement.
yeah,
Good Boy is a free run, kind of dog. He can go out when he wants. He can play around the house, but because he's a good boy, he doesn't break things and slalom around the way some dogs do. It's it is in a very real way a movie about the relationship between people and animals. And often those are kind of maudlin. And one of the great things about this is that you never get the feeling that this dog is so good that this dog is going to die,
yeah.
because that often happens to good dogs. This dog, not that maudlin thing doesn't come up. Although anytime you have a shot where you're looking into his face,
Yeah,
it's almost impossible not to tilt your head to match the dog's tilt and think, "Oh, good boy."
yeah. It sounds like
This,
some very powerful direction. This is coming out soon.
yes, it is. It is coming out on October 3rd,
Movie theaters or streaming?
theaters. I
Oh,
doubt that it's a
very, very
huge
good.
theatrical release, but I actually said that with utter authority. I believe that it is doing a theatrical release.
Very, very good.
So there we
Okay,
go.
so this one was clearly a big thumbs up, and thank you
This one,
everybody for watching.
absolutely a big thumbs up, and particularly for any dog lover who is listening to this. This is a movie that you will warm the cockles of your heart, and the dog doesn't die.
On behalf of Maitland McDonough and myself, Charles Baruch, we wish you nothing but happy dreams.